This ranking is based on the play score, a standard rating that averages gamer reviews and critic reviews.
Opening our list of top 15 PC MMO is Age of Conan Unchained. Explore the land of Robert E. Howard's imaginings in an ancient Hyboria brought to life. In this fantasy MMORPG, choose among its many classes that range from sword-wielding warriors to arcane masters. The game's innovative real combat system allows you to direct melee attacks during battle. Other than the adjustable penis sizes, their combat is one of the most striking features, offering players a more realistic fighting experience. Use your harmony of slashes against perilous foes or to prove your might against worthy challengers in its PvP mode. Roam the lands and fulfill your role in this gritty swords and sorcery tale. It has a play score of 7.63. Number 14 is TERA, a title that could rival the giants of the MMO genre. Since 2012, TERA's vast and detailed open world has wowed players far and wide. But aside from its beautiful visuals, it also impresses with its wide array of customizations, selection of unique heroes, and most especially, its well thought out combat. Face off against big ass monsters and use your skills and strategies to dodge attacks or land outrageous combos to rip your enemy to shreds. Craft items and take on quests around its fantastical world. A sight for sore eyes and a festival for the challenge seekers of the world, it receives a play score of 7.7. Number 13 is Wakfu. Experience the beauty of tactical RPGs in this spin-off of the Flash-based Dofus. Developed by the same studio, return to the classic turn-based adventures in a story set 1,000 years after the original. This time, you must journey to the top of Mount Zenith to defeat the lachrymose villain, Ogress. Aside from the turn-based combat, their environmental mechanics also make a return, aiding you in rebuilding a world devastated by cataclysm. Pick from an array of 18 classes and use each of their elemental abilities to fulfill your mission. Organize militias, plant seeds, harvest crops, and enjoy the rich MMO world that Ankama has created. It has a play score of 7.75. At number 12 is Rift. Embark on one of the grandest adventures as you travel to the fires, flow, and breeze of the elemental Telara. In this world, two factions are caught in a perpetual battle for and against the rich lands of the continent. Play as one of the Ascended and aid the Telaran armies in their quest to defend it from the evils of another plane. Choose from 6 different races and explore the intricacies of each of their traits and abilities. Roam around the marshes, forests, and deserts of their beautiful lands and immerse yourself in the chaos of a living and breathing world. It has a play score of 7.79. Number 11 is Star Wars: The Old Republic. Years before the familiar Star Wars saga, light and dark have been in a struggle for domination. In this primordial galactic battle, you will have to choose your side. Whether you want to fight alongside the troops of the Old Republic or with the malevolent armies of the Sith Empire, this Star Wars title is sure to satisfy with lightsaber duels and blaster battles. Each faction has 8 opposing classes with its own storyline that fits the game's overarching narrative. Pave your path towards darkness or light by forming bonds, exploring the lands, and completing missions. Ready your weapons, and may the Force be with you. It has a play score of 7.89. Number 10 is Wildstar. A mix of mesmerizing environments and quirky cartoon action, Wildstar hits the right balance of execution and personality. Sail off to the once-lost Nexus and uncover the secrets of the mysterious planet. Pick from a pool of 6 classes and play as tanks, healers, or DPS. Gather all of your friends and sprint, dash, and double jump across vibrant lands and exotic locations that pack surprises with every step. Fight against the dreaded creatures and make use of telegraphs to dodge and predict attacks and heal allies. It also has PvP combat that lets you fight against other players in the world's various arenas and battlegrounds. It has a play score of 7.9. Number 9 is Test Drive Unlimited. A more unique take on the MMO, this 9th installment of the longest-running racing franchise opens itself up to the possibilities of online multiplayer action. Get a taste of open-world racing as you go toe-to-toe with racers from around the globe. Create your own clubs, organize tournaments, trade cars, or just go on an exhilarating free ride across the game's realistic tracks. With no plot or endgame, Test Drive gives its players unlimited reign over their own racing-centered little world that can last as long as they want it to. Liberating and deeply refreshing, it receives a play score of 7.92. Number 8 is Final Fantasy XIV: A Realm Reborn. Before we had the breathtaking sights of 15's open world, we had Final Fantasy XIV. While it's not Square Enix's first venture into the realm of MMOs, this is arguably their most successful. Just like most MMOs, 14 lets fans of the established franchise roam around its persistent worlds in whatever way they please. Set in a new planet called Hydaelyn, your journey begins in the region of Eorzea. Choose from among its 6 humanoid races, each with their own unique stories, and traverse a land full of magic and wonder. With their newest Stormblood expansion, dive into new dungeons and zones or experiment with the mage and samurai classes. It has a play score of 7.95. Number 7 is EverQuest II. It's not easy being a successor to one of the crown jewels of pre-21st century MMOs, but for a game that released around the same time as Blizzard's World of Warcraft, it actually did remarkably well, setting a standard for the games of its generation. While it has lagged in terms of engine and expansion competition, it still has a dedicated following to this day. Living up to its free-to-play your way, EQ2 offers a wide range of diversity in characters, content, and gameplay. Move away from the linear plots and experience the world with your very own eyes. Fight, craft, collect, or decorate. In EverQuest II, the world is yours. It has a play score of 7.96. Number 6 is War Thunder. Prepare for battle and ready your ears for the moving symphonies of the World War II battlefield. With the thunderous boom of tanks, the deafening plane strikes, and the glorious clanking of metal to metal, War Thunder brings you right in the center of action, letting you control the metallic monsters of our childhood dreams. Select from its over 800 meticulously designed vehicles and take over the land, seas, and skies in their intense PvP and PvE action. With tanks, warplanes, and warships from all over the world, it's all the noble follies of war combined into one ultimate game. It has a play score of 8.1. At number 5 is The Lord of the Rings Online. As great as it is to read the wonderfully verbose writings of Tolkien, or to watch the masterful adaptations of Peter Jackson, there's nothing quite like experiencing the world firsthand. Lord of the Rings Online lets you do just that. Step inside a worthy incarnation of Tolkien's Middle-earth and face off against the dangers of this world. Set in the Lord of the Rings timeline, Sauron continues his quest for domination, sending out the 9 Nazguls in search for the One Ring. Become part of the crusade against the Dark Lord as one of the 5 races, and tag along with Aragorn, Legolas, and the rest of Tolkien's heroes. It has a play score of 8.14. Number 4 is Planetside 2. Take part in one of the largest first-person shooters ever created. Out of all the games on this list, this is the most deserving of the title Massive Multiplayer Online Game. Upping the ante since their 2003 debut, Planetside 2 expands the FPS horizons by holding up to 1,000 players in a single, all-out interplanetary battle. This colossal achievement has won them the Guinness World Record for the most players in a single game. Head to the battlefield as one of the 3 competing factions and use your abilities to bring your team to victory. It has a play score of 8.23. Number 3 is Path of Exile. Taking inspiration from one of the most beloved action RPG franchises, Path of Exile builds on the solid foundations of Diablo to create an experience that's ultimately immersive and unique. With their dizzying amount of customizations and comprehensive skill trees, it lets you carve your own destiny in their vast world. Take a dive into their deep lore as you delve into dark dungeons, slay ferocious beasts, and collect magical gems for your weapons and armor. There's no one way to play it, and the possibilities are endless. Capturing the feel of the classics with a sprinkle of modern conveniences, it receives a play score of 8.25. Number 2 is World of Warcraft. Of course, one of the first of its kind and one of the long-lasting MMOs of our time. Blizzard Entertainment's critically acclaimed fantasy RPG has won the proverbial crown for more than a decade now. Set in the renowned Warcraft universe, play as variations of your favorite heroes and villains and choose your side in the never-ending battle between the Alliance and the Horde. As massive as the game already is, with its raid parties against colossal bosses, PvPs, pet versus pet, mini-games, and so much more, there's always a wealth of new content coming in the form of exciting expansions that'll lure you back every time. An addicting thrill ride to while away the years, it has a play score of 8.32. Here are the runners-up before we reveal the number 1. Vindictus. One of Korea's leading MMOs. Step inside a desolate world and team up with friends against the enigmatic creatures that block your way. It has a play score of 7.61. Aion. A fantasy MMO with a familiar JRPG looks, combining PvP and PvE into one mesmerizing universe. It receives a play score of 7.56. Dungeons & Dragons Online. Step out of your tabletop comforts and experience a living Dungeons & Dragons world with your very own eyes. It has a play score of 7.43. DC Universe Online. Create your own hero or villain in this MMO that pits you against the DC Universe's greatest icons. The ultimate hero experience is right at your fingertips, and it has a play score of 7.43. Elite Dangerous. The 4th Elite game of a series that spanned decades. Roam around an astronomically accurate Milky Way and bask in the mesmerizing beauty of the cosmos. It has a play score of 7.4. You may get these games right now by clicking the links below. And the best MMO on the PC is Guild Wars 2. Only released last 2012, ArenaNet's MMO hasn't yet achieved the longevity of Blizzard's World of Warcraft, but it did successfully stir the increasingly saturated pot of online RPGs, building a visually striking environment that offers a friendly world for all who come. Journey to the fictional TERA and take part in a grand narrative that responds to each player's actions. Explore its sprawling and wondrously detailed world and use the environment against deadly foes with its dynamic combat system. A welcoming theme park for all to discover, and it receives a play score of 8.58.